Draggers, ready to go for a ride today? What a good girl. This will be fun. I'm headed to the Myles estate. I've never been there before. And we're going to have a look at his 1966 Plymouth Fury project. And I'm going to maybe give him a hand, start setting up the fit of the doors and stuff. He's got some work on the quarters he needs to do. And the best thing to start with is, you know, fit the rest of the car roughly together. Anyhow, let's go over there and see what he's got in store. Can't go to Myles's house in anything other than the Newport, so here comes Country Mouse, and let's see how she does. Looks like there's a little bit of gas left. Right, Frankers? Alright, we're gonna hit the highway here. Well, I'm just gonna guess that we're at the right place here. Are you excited? Yeah. Mini Frankers is very excited. Okay, calm down for 2 seconds. What? I was like, she's so wound up.
This is the opposite of what you're asking for.
Hey, okay, there you go, there you go, there you go. Good, you stay. Hey, we're at Myles's place, and you guys probably remember this from when he was working on his Newport. We're going to have a look at his other project here, what is this, a Sport Fury?
66 Sport Fury.
1966 Sport Fury, and 3 automatic.
4-barrel, automatic, bucket console.
The engine sounds suspiciously like the one in the Newport.
No, actually,
really?
Believe it or not, when I bought this thing, the engine was C solid. I had to flip it over, get 2x4s, and you know, beat them out. When I rebuilt it, the camshaft was decent. I reused the original camshaft.
Really?
Threw new lifters on it and threw it all back together.
Really? Because I heard this running at Dave's years ago.
Yeah.
That's the same cam that's in it now?
Same cam. Yeah.
Today we're just gonna, because Myles is roughing the body in, this is something we'd like to have finished. This project's been going on how long?
Longer than I've known my wife. 18, 19 years.
That's a while.
Ridiculous.
So, too long for a simple Plymouth project. So I want to give Myles a hand. We're going to gap up some of the panels here so that he can finish touching up the welding on the back. You got floors to finish touching up yet.
Yeah.
And then we're going to, hopefully this summer, wheel it out to my house and we'll finish the bodywork and spray it.
So, wonderful.
The idea today, let's just have a quick look at what we're going to try to achieve here as far as fit goes. Okay, so we just a little sag there, but
let me release this.
yes,
because
because
how nasty it really is.
Watch out, Menace. You're sitting on the wheels, right? This is how it's going to sit when it's running. So, and you're suspended at the front on the front. Yeah. Okay. Number one, have to have it sitting on the wheels, so that's good. It's a good start. I can see that it was a great idea bringing Frankers today.
Come here, Frankers. Come here. Daddy's trying.
Okay, so we're gonna have to deal with this. So what you're saying is we got a gap that's wider at the top than the bottom.
By about an extra 8.
Yeah, it's not as bad as you made it sound, but good. And the other side, same situation or similar. Okay, it's a little tighter at the top, but not terrible. So I think I have a pretty good idea what's going on here. And is this one saggy? Not really. These ones, usually the passenger side is a lot less wear than the driver's. Oh yeah.
That's pretty nasty, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the bushing has disintegrated completely. What I'm thinking is we have the original rockers in good shape.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going to start. And so you have the original doors that came with the car. We have the original dog that came with the car. Yeah. And this is a bit pushed in here, but that's not really the problem. And if you have good original fenders that came with the car is unhit, correct? Never been in an accident? Nothing serious anyway?
Not sure.
Yeah, okay.
I had it on my buddy's frame machine nearby.
Right.
And he said everything was dialed in just where it should be.
Right on. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
First engine I ever built.
Huh.
It's still going strong.
Yeah, dry and awesome.
Clean. Those exhaust manifolds used to look pretty, but...
Yeah. 383, man. These are great.
Love the 383.
Yeah.
Big fan of it.
Absolutely.
4-barrel.
One of these days we'll have to build one for me.
Oh, yeah.
I think that your gap, now I see this is good, that when you put the quarter on,
I stayed away from the
you
edge.
stayed away from the edge. Now it has pulled back a bit, so don't be misled by that.
Oh, you think? When
Yeah,
I
if you get a
welded
straight
that
edge, I'll show you right now.
Okay.
And so here's my point, is that we don't want to ever start fitting panels to something that you did. You know, you fit the panels
Right.
to the original car, but if you put a straight edge from here to here, you'll see that there's a gap there. Here, I'll open the door, just put it the other way, just so we can see it. Put it right there in that jam. See? It's pulled back there.
Look at that.
And even when you look down and just eyeball it, the gap gets bigger where you welded it, right?
Got tight.
Yeah.
Pulled it in.
So that's fine.
Okay.
That just means that we are not looking at this when we're fitting our door.
Right.
Right? If you're looking at this, any of this, forget all this. We're going to fit the door up here, and we're going to fit
'Cause
the
it
door to the
hasn't-
rocker, because this you
hasn't
didn't
been
touch.
welded
That's
in
nice
any
and
way,
straight,
yeah.
right? And that means that we put a little lead or something in there, we fix that gap. So right away, there's part of the problem solved.
And the door's hit here, so
Right.
that is probably opening this up right
Possibly a little bit, yes. The other thing that's opening that up is the door is lower at the front than it is at the back. And as soon as we raise this door up, that gap's going to tighten up.
here. Should make that worse, wouldn't it?
No, it'll make it better.
All right.
You raise the door up and you let it sag.
Oh, I see. Raise that.
And
pulls
then-
this down.
yeah.
Gotcha. I was thinking this.
Nope, we're going to raise the front of the door, and that's going to tighten that gap up.
Gotcha.
And then you're going to find that you were chasing something that was not really a
Oh,
problem.
man, I hope well,
Yeah.
whatever it is, we'll get her done.
Dude, in 2 hours, this car is going to look completely different. Okay, so we're going to get started, and we'll have some fun, and we'll have some better gaps, and then you can finish it up. What did we took 5 minutes here? All we did, this hinge had sagged down at some point because there was a big gap between the top of the hinge and this caulking that was put on at the factory. So we just loosened that, pushed that back up, bumped this one up a little bit, and then we got a nice even gap all the way along the bottom of the door. It's absolutely even now. So, without doing anything else, suddenly we have nice even gap at the back here. And it's not absolutely perfect, but very much within tolerances already. So, we're going to throw a fender at it real quick and just see if we're in the neighborhood. And I need to do something there. There we go. That's fine.
Right?
Perfectly even.
This is a nice tight 1/8 gap. And this
Well,
is like,
3/16, you know.
that's much bigger. Is that disturbing?
Well, you can move the whole door back. How is it with the hood? The hood is never, well, the hood's been off 100 times, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We can split the difference on the door for sure.
There's shims that should be here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. What I would like is 3/16 all the way around. 1/8 is too tight for these cars. 1/4 is maximum. To go any further, we should do the pins. If that's, well, if you got pins, let's put them in this side. There we go. We move the door up. So now we can see we're going to put one extra shim in the fender because that guy is sitting a little low now, which is fine. And so if we were to put an extra 1/16 shim there, suddenly that's all looking very presentable. So before we go any further, hey, we're going to put these pins in, pins
Sure,
and bushings.
let's do
Okay,
pins.
let's do pins and
Love to have a
bushings on
solid
this
door.
side.
Pins and bushings it is?
Agreed then. Oh, this is doable. I've got a bolt while I'm here. Guess we need a punch.
Yep.
Do you have an air hammer?
Yes.
Okay, let's, with a blunt end on it.
Yeah, I think so.
'Cause I think I could aim that a little faster.
Right tool for the job, though, right?
There, that was a little easier. Okay. Ready? open it as though you're opening it. There you go. All right, so nothing to do here. Everything is on the door. So you open it. You got to go in this way. Yeah. Look at that, eh?
You need it held and all.
Okay, I'm gonna get the other one started. Down a bit at the back. There. Stop right there. Okay. Now that we're that far, can you hold it? Oh, but can I put some grease? What do you got?
I got a tub over there on the bottom right, second 2 shelves down.
A very slight amount, but that's fine. That's all they need. They are.
There's a little
They're
bit of a
splined, yeah, so they don't have to. You can tack them if you want, but it's not actually necessary.
Imagine.
Okay, that's it. Now it's probably going to sit a little different. Not really. Okay, well, see it's jumping a bit when it hits that.
Yeah, the latch.
Yeah, so means we got to move this guy forward a bit.
Okay.
So
Do I have to hold this in some way?
yeah.
Nothing special?
Just hold it and. Okay, and open it and lift up. When you open it, lift up the door a bit. There you go. It's not going to take much. Okay, should be better. Pull it forward a tiny bit.
Forward,
Yeah, there.
towards the front of the car.
That's too much. Yeah, there we go. Split the difference there. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
That's actually very presentable. And move the door back a tiny bit. And we have very much the same thing here. Fitting a lot better. And we go down there. Like, yeah, I mean, any Chrysler would have been, any Chrysler executive would have been happy to see that coming off the line. So, good. Okay. Well, I say we do the other side. If you're okay.
I really am. Yeah,
you think that that's a lot closer?
I really am. Thank you.
Good. Well, let's do the other side, and then we'll spend a few minutes on the quarters and just make a plan.
Kind of wishing I hadn't chopped those floors off there.
Well, that was sad. I'm glad you didn't do them all, because, yeah.
And then to fix this, I think I'm going to need a ram to set up on the frame. Push this thing out. The inner. Like
well, we're going to do some straight line
different day
stuff. Well, we'll see let's get the doors.
Yeah.
Because the doors are really the gauge that we fit the whole car by.
Right.
And if we can get the doors, like if we can get the other one like this now we've got, at least now we can quit worrying that it's the floors, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The whole structure. Like I honestly thought I twisted the car like this.
Yeah, it was just the door was not hung right.
Learning. Yeah.
But this is a critical one, and this one you can't fake, and it's a great datum.
I hadn't touched that
because
yet.
that's original and it's unhit.
Yeah, and you actually made me a rocker for it because it's Swiss cheese underneath here.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, good.
But I hadn't done it yet.
We hadn't done it yet, and that's fine. Okay, we're going to repeat the same process on the other side. There. Okay.
Big day.
Wasted an afternoon of your time, buddy, but I think we made some progress.
Vice versa.
Yeah, there. So it's. Whoop.
Oh.
Guess we kind of should have taken the fender off. There we go. So yeah, getting really somewhere there. And we did the exact same repair on this side. This side is weird. You never really see the passenger side hinge pins fall apart so badly, but there we are. And just a lovely fit there now.
Makes me so happy.
Yeah, and so same thing, just even out the gap at the bottom of the door, and then you got a datum, and then you shuffle the hinges around. As long as that line at the bottom stays right, then you build the car around that. So that's good. These fenders are in excellent shape.
This is just,
so
this is not
that's just thrown on there, so whatever. And Myles is putting floor in there, and we're just we're gonna start measuring up the back of the car. so we can repair the quarters. I will certainly be back in the next couple weeks. Myles has a short to-do list, and then we're going to carry on Commando V8. I think everybody'd be sad if we didn't start it for a second.
For a second.
Think she'll go? Oh shit, look at that. Sewer pipes. Well, that sounds great, eh?
I love it, yeah.
Got a couple of these now.
Flow Masters. And that's not even the wild man.
Oh, console too, nice. Cool. Okay, see everybody very shortly. Right on. Get to work.
Yeah,
Screwing around.
Lots to do, right? Short to-do list.
This is a regular contributor.
Same old shit.